Good Charlotte dropped their new album, Motel Du Cap.
I'm gonna start this off. Oh, fuck.
That's how I feel about this record.
No, 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 no.
I was
Okay,
like, fine, I'll just take it. You made the fucking noise. I'll just take it from there.
okay. I think this record is okay. Okay, I give it 5 out of 10. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm not, glazing it. Maybe it's nostalgia. Even though like I was never a Good Charlotte fan, I've known of their name. Never listened to them. Never. They probably have one song I know. I mean, they're one of those names, so it's like they probably have
Lifestyles of the
one.
Rich and Famous, the anthem, multiple
The
songs.
anthem.
Yeah, the
I know
multiple
the
songs
anthem.
off that record. If you saw that album art from 2002, you would
The one
know.
with the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I know that one. So that I was like, oh, it's the anthem band. Okay, cool. So I'm listening to them, and they have the sound. They're still doing it. Cool. Nostalgia. Okay. Um, there are some songs on here that are just ass. That are just like hot ass. And it's just because I was listening to them and I was getting into a groove with it because I was like, okay, you know what? It's high. It's faster paced than the Thousand Below record. It's definitely a step up than fucking whatever the hell I just finished up with Jonas Brothers. So I was like, you know what? I'm back in the alternative world. This is great. Welcome back. But then I start listening to the lyrics. And the lyrics, see, you had a different issue because we obviously spoke about this when you said,
Well, Glory sent in the Discord that she was listening to the record and wrote some sentence about it. And I just typed back, "Record sucks."
and I went, yeah, all right. Then you mentioned like lyrically, it was just very weak.
Yeah.
And I agreed, but then you went into why you thought it was weak. And I had heard said lyrics that you quoted, and I went, you know what? That's fair. But I was thinking just like, I hate when rhymes are easy and it's just like first, like fucking like phone recommended,
Mhm.
It's my best example is Obey by Bring Me the Horizon featuring Youngblood, where the fucking chorus is Obey. We hope you have a lovely day.
Oh, but it's so fire.
Oh no, the song fucks. It's such like it was right there. It's low hanging fruit, And I understand like not every, song, not every lyric has to be like intricate and like vague and cloaked with fucking it's poetry. But it's like when it's a whole song, because the rest of Obey is fucking phenomenal, right? That song fucks. That's why I forgive it. But there were like 4 songs off this record where it was just like not cherry picking. It was like low hanging fruit. It just felt like the laziest fucking writing known to man. That was my writing was ass. That was my definition of that until you went into yours, which I'm sure you'll get into.
Appreciate you not stealing it because I laid it right out for you.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna say the songs I liked. I liked "Life Is Great" featuring Wiz Khalifa because I was listening to it and I was like, "Is this fucking Wiz Khalifa?" And it was, and I was like, "This is the most like nostalgic thing you could have done." And the song was perfect. It felt like something out of the early 2010s. It was great, and I loved it. Um, I didn't like Pink Guitar. I don't have any feelings about Zeph. It's kind of
It's
like
usually okay.
it's usually exact. That's why I'm neutral because it's
Yeah.
like it's usually good.
Yeah.
It's not, Petty Hendrix. I thought Vertical was good. I did like GC Forever only because those songs that kind of have like, and I've brought this up. If it didn't have this, I probably would have fucking hated it. But I love those songs that have like little like nostalgic like little speaking moments in it. Like Home by Modern Baseball has that, where it's just like you could hear like talking in the background while the song's like slowly fading out. That shit just hits a nerve in like my heart and my brain, like Voldemort by fucking With Confidence. It's like it has that little part at the end, and it just makes me feel like warm, and it feels so comforting and personal. And they have a little moment where it's just like, we're doing okay. We're doing all right for ourselves. We've been doing this, since we were little babies or whatever. Obviously, they didn't fucking say that, but you know what I'm talking about. Just reflecting on the history of the band. And now that I'm doing the review, like that would have been much nicer if the album was like a fucking banger, but it's
But
because
the
you guys just
record
put out-
kind of sucks.
it kind of fucking sucked, guys. So maybe you aren't doing like so hot, all that to say, I thought the record was just fine. I mean, there were some good moments on it, but a lot of the writing lacked for me. I don't know. A lot of it felt very lazy. But what can I do?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I had high hopes for this record, not because I'm like some huge Good Charlotte fan. It's solely the nostalgia of those massive songs that everybody knows and loves. If you don't know the band or the song title, you hear the song, boom, you know it. You hear the chorus, you know that shit. And then it opening with the check-in like intro track, I was like, all right, dude, like they are setting the scene. And then they completely forget about the fact that they tried to set the scene at all for the rest of the record.
Like they were trying to be a concept record.
That's what I thought I was stepping into, at least somewhat loosely. Like there'd be an interlude somewhere reminding me that I'm at this
like we're
motel.
in an elevator.
Yeah. Like it would have been so dope if they would have just dove into that a little bit more.
Like if it was like every song was like a different room or something. Like guys, oh my god,
it was right there.
Re-release it.
It was right there for them, and they just totally dropped the ball. That's problem number one.
Wait.
It opens so strongly with Rejects and Stepper, which were the singles off of the record, and had my qualms with those as singles as well. They stand a lot better on their own in the record, especially now hearing the rest of the record and hearing the sheer quality difference from Stepper to I Don't Work Here Anymore. Now here's my problem and what Glory was alluding to. Stepper is this essentially flex song. That's all it is. It's just one 3-minute and 17-second flex. The next track is about how they don't want to punch a clock anymore. Listen, no offense. I appreciate you trying to pander and create sorry, not pander, that's what it feels like. Trying to relate to the working class and create a song that people can relate to, the average person that may be listening to your music, the large majority of the world. I appreciate that. But that track is such blatant pandering after you just flexed for 3 minutes about how fucking awesome you are. One of the lines in that song is that they piss excellence.
No, that shit fucked.
No, that's a fire as fuck bar.
Yeah.
I love it in that song.
I did like that song.
But to tell me you piss excellence, you've been a successful band for 20 some odd years. Mm-hmm. And then tell me you don't want to punch a clock anymore when you're still that band you're in is still successful as fuck. Mm-hmm. And you have a very successful management firm, Madden Brothers. I don't want to hear you talk about how you don't want to punch a clock anymore, okay? No offense.
Brother, you put the clock there.
Yeah, brother, you made the fucking clock.
Yeah.
So that's where my problem begins with this record, is that fucking song. Fuck that song. I Hate Life is great solely because it's just another one of like a pandering feel-good song to me that just coming off the back of you piss excellence to I don't want to punch a clock anymore to life is awesome. Like, fuck you. It's just like, no. Like, sure, that song on its own stands okay along the rest of the record, but in the context of the album, I just don't like that track run there because, again, like I keep saying, flex to don't want to punch a clock anymore, trying to relate to the working class to life is awesome and no, like, listen, I appreciate the feel good. As a standalone, that song would probably resonate a lot more than stacking it. I think track listing wise, that could have been shuffled around a little bit better and potentially made a bit more of an impact, because these songs could have been placed anywhere and the flow of the album wouldn't change much. They completely forgot about the concept they tried to begin at the beginning of the album. Mm-hmm. I like Vertigo, featuring Penny Hendricks. Shout out Penny Hendricks. We had him on the podcast. Mm-hmm. I think that's really the only solid non-single track. Most of this album to me is just falls flat lyrically, and I think instrumental wise they do a very good job of leaning on the nostalgia. This is a very nostalgic record sonically, but lyrically it's just so tough to get through. And listen, the 2000s pop punk bands were not known for their lyricism. They were not. Most of those like you listen to those bands, the lyrics suck for the most part. But there's a difference between like endearing it sucks but it still works to like this is just it just sucks. Like like there is no like this sucks but it's fire. it just sucks.
Like the Blink record.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just sucks. The songwriting on this record, the lyrics in particular suck. Sonically, that's why I had such high hopes, because they're going to pull on the nostalgia. Band hasn't done a record in a handful of years. This is the perfect time to do it. You know, there's this big nostalgia train around this genre and the alt scene in general. It's a perfect time for this band to come back. They could have had gold with this record, and they just fell short. I'm really not a fan of this record. I wanted to like it a lot more. I went in very excited. You know, they got me amped with the intro track. The first two songs come out swinging really hard. There's a reason why those were the singles, and then they just had to put "I Don't Work Here Anymore" right there as track 4, and officially track 4, track 3 in terms of actual songs on the record, and it just ruins it from there. Like I said, Vertigo really being the only redeeming non-single, and there's bits and pieces of songs that are redeeming throughout the record, but there's really no full song that I find myself really enjoying. They got some festival appearances and things of that nature over the course of the year, so peep the dates to see if you're going to happen to be at the same festival as Good Charlotte. I would still definitely go see them. They're fucking ginormous, but I just hope and pray they don't play any of the non-singles off this record. Otherwise, you're better off burning your fucking ticket money.